Myself, if I live here, my boy, he will not be happy. 100% he will not be happy. My son is 9 years old now. He will turn in 10 in July. He don't know Bhutan, like I don't know anything. He know only the Nepal, like he born in Nepal. Actually, if my country is Bhutan, he should be from Bhutan too. And he's long time, hello. My parents think don't have job, that's what they want to move. But for me, maybe I can work. I'm trying my best. I think I can get a job here. I can work, so I feel comfortable to live in British Columbia.
We found that only 1/4 of total Bhutanese population were working, and that too, most of them were working not in stable jobs, but more kind of part-time jobs, on-call jobs.
The issue of labor market attachment is an ongoing issue that has affected this community as well as other refugee communities. And that has to do with, one, unclear transferability of skills. So you're coming from a protracted refugee camp situation into, Canadian labor market. Inability to speak English or French limits your ability to work.
How much English do you think you need for SRI homes?
Yes, more.
You need a little bit more, right? And what kind of experience do you need for SRI homes? What experience?
Yeah.
Okay.
After living in refugee camps for so long, they come here, yes, they don't have any language skills. The ones that we work with here, many of them are like 40 or 50 years old. They never went to school. They can't even read and write in their own language. But they do get work. They get work that pays them enough for them to live on. My name is Elma Gento, and I am the Director of Flexibility Learning Systems, which is an English as a second language school, and we've been operating in Lethbridge for 22 years.
Okay, you can be the citizen, right? But you have to pass it. So you can continue. I know you won't get this finished today, but that's okay.
Good. Match. Okay. What's the last sound here? Take out the green card.
My name is Hemlal Timsina, and we are here only for 4 years, but we stayed in Winnipeg for 10 years after we came from Nepal. As soon as we moved here, we wrote a letter to our families and friends. Whoever wish to join us, they can all come to this address in that bridge.
हामीहरु त्यहाँ पुगेका छैनौँ त्यसैले गर्ने चाहिँ भयो त्यो कसरी गर्ने के गर्ने तर अरु कुरा नभए नि पानी चाहिँ हुनै पर्यो जस्तो लाग्छ.
What happened, why they moved here is, first of all, is jobs. They were there just without jobs for so long, and people here were already working. They had travel licenses, they had jobs, they even bought good cars and houses. So they spread, the message spreads. So they thought maybe this is the place to be.
most of them are a lower skilled job. The one that been around the longest started in 2010, and then we've got about 20 that started in 2012 and the rest in 2013.
So most of them were hiring very, very recently.
Very
right?
recently, right. So therefore they wouldn't have the seniority to advance into the higher skilled jobs because it's a seniority based system.
Packaging. 4 fresh, boneless, skinless chicken breasts come in this easy to open and resealable bag. The great thing about
entry level jobs in the facility are what we consider to be a lower paid, lower skilled job. And they're jobs that require hardly any training whatsoever. The orientation to these jobs probably takes maybe 2 or 3 days. And they involve wrapping product, wrapping it and putting it in boxes, cryovacuuming it.
They're so much supportive of each other, so 5 of them, for example, they take a cab and get to Maple Leaf, a park which is really outskirts of the town. Also, they pick up each other, so they do have support around employment and accessing places of employment.
I don't know, people might be, they listen other people's. They said, oh, we are not going to move. They just run away. They just listen to other people. They just run away. They just go back and then nothing.
Why don't you listen?
I don't want to listen to anybody else. I can do how I feel comfortable, what I want. We came here third country. We need to learn second language. If we live together with the same community, our own community, we can't learn nothing. Meet them once a while, that's good. But every time when we sit together, we talk our own language. I don't think it's 100%. I don't think we're gonna learn. Is your tea?
Some relatives are gone there, and my parents are planning to move there, and slowly we are also, I don't know, we are also moving there.
We see that as a success because even though they're destined to British Columbia, they can move to other parts of Canada after several months in their first province. So their ability to find work wherever that may be, just like another unemployed Canadians, they have to go wherever they can find work.
But to come into this province with no skills and think that you're going to pick up a job and you're going to retire in 5 or 6 years is totally wrong. It's false. There is work in Alberta, but there's a certain skill set that you need to achieve that type of work.
That is not the kind of job, obviously, that we're expecting people to hold on to for the rest of their lives. But it is a way of getting a foothold into the community and then extending sort of networks out to find other different jobs.
Right, okay. And this one for here?
Glasses. Safety glasses.
Safety glasses.
We also do a lot of sort of like women's preparation here. We can also do food safe kind of preparation. But we do them at the level that our clients here can understand. So they're not going to get these certificates that say, you're certified to do this. But they have a working knowledge of this.
Actually, I like to cook. To become a good cook, I need a study. I need a lot of training. Almost more than a year.
There are not many labor market trainings that they can access to. I'm especially talking about British Columbia. When it comes to labor market, there are very few opportunities they have. They can only take 1 or 2 days trainings, or otherwise, for most of the trainings, they are not even eligible to take those trainings.
डक्टरले मान्दैन नि प्रयास गरेको नि हैन गर्दैन डक्टरले यस्तो हुँदा त नगरेको मलाई त आज आज त्यो जना बहिनीको बिराम
Unless people find jobs, they will never feel that they are integrated in their new country. The reason is they have to depend on welfare, they have to depend on food banks, they have to depend on somebody's financial assistance. When you are depending on somebody, that means you don't have self-esteem, your self-esteem is very low. If you don't feel self-worth. So at that point, how can you feel that I am part of this community, I am part of this society? So when you are financially independent, you have more power to make your own choices.
My brother, he just phoned my dad and he might become after 1.5 months. And he decided we have to move all together. I'm not happy actually to go over there. I'm happy here. And if my parents satisfied when they go by themselves, I'm okay.